calling me monkey this, monkey that, da-da-da-da.
So the Food and Beverage Commission of YouTube got together for an Impaulsive episode. I'm talking about MrBeast, Logan Paul, and KSI. They came together to celebrate and advertise their Lunchable competitor, Lunchly, which features Prime Energy, a Feastables chocolate bar, and a little pizza or a little ham cracker. Now, despite the three of them selling their souls years ago, the three are pretty visibly defensive about this Lunchly launch.
I'm dissatisfied with the launch.
And all the comments are like, why is Logan lagging? And I just see like 10,000 people stop watching, and then another 10,000, another 20,000, another 30,000. And all of a sudden, like 100,000 viewers drop. And
despite the three of them having no shame in selling their soul years ago, the three of them seem pretty defensive about the launch of this new Lunchly lunchbox junk food.
I also think people are confused about what the product is. They're like, wait, so it's just Prime and Feastables in a Lunchables? No. Dog jumped off the boat.
People were like, oh, your lips are so fucking big. Calling me monkey this, monkey that, da-da-da-da-da.
dang.
And
I mean, Logan Paul especially was visibly fuming, talking about what went wrong. It's hilarious. In the middle of Logan Paul fuming and seething visibly, he realizes that the Impaulsive episode that they're doing will be the last podcast where he's not a dad.
By the time this comes out, you'll probably already be a dad.
Dude, this will be the last podcast where I'm not a dad.
oh my gosh,
That's crazy.
that's really crazy.
That's crazy.
And MrBeast kind of brings up a good point that I don't think Logan Paul kind of appreciated about how he doesn't know how Logan Paul would be a present dad considering all that he has going on.
I had a kid now, yeah, I'd be super upset. I don't know how you're going to balance
Super
Prime,
upset.
WWE, everything you got now, Lunchly. I know you will, and I've obviously talked to him behind the scenes. Logan's very serious about wanting to be a good father.
I mean, Logan Paul is running two food and beverage companies, Prime, Lunchly. He's doing the Impaulsive podcast. He's doing WWE. He's doing crap in Dubai every other month. He's not going to have time for that kid. And is that poor kid going to be drugged around the entire globe? Possibly. And then also, one of the weirdest parts of this podcast was having MrBeast be a part of it. Why? If you don't know, MrBeast last month was accused of being a bad boss, kind of like Ellen DeGeneres in a way, right? MrBeast former employees accused him of harsh work environments, terrible workplace behavior, kind of torture of the staff, as well as slew of things along the lines of hiring creeps and weirdos, if you know what I mean, on the staff. This is MrBeast's first public appearance after that. MrBeast is MrBeast. He has a $100 million Amazon deal. He's the biggest YouTuber of all time. You would think if he's coming on a podcast, it would be talked about, obviously. MrBeast, Logan Paul, KSI. They're not going to talk about anything that might make them lose a single sale off the Lunchly cold rack refrigerators. And then at this rate, it's like probably MrBeast doesn't even need to address it at this point. It's good strategy, I guess. Now, this podcast, I think, is the perfect example for why the public has these animosity to these three specifically. It's the three biggest YouTubers who, let's go down the list, right? Logan Paul still owes millions of dollars to fans that he has scammed, that is unresolved, haven't heard anything of it, despite Logan Paul's continuing to defend Prime and continuing to comment on lawsuits very defensively, right?
What do you think this is? Like some fucking rinky-dink operation where that's like what we're trying to like. I don't even want to say. It's so stupid, dude.
Yeah,
people are so dumb. As much as I believe in people and like the up and coming generations and the world, and I hope we're headed in the right spot, I just am. It never ceases to amaze me how dumb people are.
And the one thing I love about these three people is you guys are wrong. If you guys have a criticism, if you guys have a concern about the drink or a criticism on how these three are acting, and it goes viral, you will be attacked in a very angrily way by very litigious people. That's the thing. They do not care about criticism. They care about criticism if it goes viral. We have Logan Paul here, who has promised everybody under the sun, right? Sold bunch of scam coins and shit coins and literally stole millions of dollars. He's been pushing Prime down everybody's throats for many, many moons now. And now we're getting Lunchables, which is a whole nother vertical. These guys love verticals. These guys love talking about the verticals they could take. This is a whole nother vertical that at this rate, as we know how Logan Paul behaves, is not going to subside. It's not going to get less, right? While Logan Paul sitting there being unaware of why people are critiquing him and not liking him. And then we have MrBeast there too, who is more happy than to sit on a pile of gold and smile with those big, thick fucking teeth and not address anything. And then you have KSI, who he's just British black Logan Paul, who released a song today. At the end of the day, if KSI, Logan Paul, and MrBeast are looking for answers to why the masses hate them, this podcast is a perfect example. 3 rich guys who have something to sell again, while also taking zero accountability and having zero desire to right their wrongs or even talk about the criticisms and the alleged. That's my take. And it's a boring podcast. Do not watch.